Today, Precarious plays
Mega Man Battle Network. You threw me for a loop. I think that's one of the reasons why I've been struggling to succinctly explain like my thoughts on this topic.
Yeah.
It's because you asked me if you had played a game similar to this one, and for any other pair of people, that would be an insane thing to ask. Hey, tell me every book I've ever read. Examine them all and tell me.
Have I
Look for this trope in literature and tell me if I've encountered it before. And someone's like, yes, whenever you read Tale of Two Cities, it was definitely, you have encountered this before.
Yeah, I guess it is sort of a ridiculous question, but I feel like I can ask you. 'Cause I don't think there's a video game that I've played that you don't know about. Because I even told you about, like, my early childhood video games.
Mega Race.
Yeah.
Alpha Centauri.
Yeah.
Alpha Centauri, if it had an action element, it would be closer.
Yeah.
I think I'm grasping to try to connect games that you've played, trying to draw them closer to this one.
Yeah, there's just I don't know. I guess you're almost always managing probability to a certain extent when you're playing an RPG like this, like an action. I don't know if this is an action RPG exactly.
It's an action RPG. It is action with RPG.
Okay.
Just because you can. I think that abilities that reduce damage to 0 for long stretches of time are relatively rare. Like, I know that the Metools can go under their helmets to reduce the damage you deal to 0 temporarily. Yeah. But because your attacks, generally speaking, do something, it is possible to beat, hypothetically, you could beat any enemy in the game while ignoring the role-playing, like the statistical gain elements, right? The accrual of power.
Yeah.
You could ignore that and you could just play well.
Oh. Yeah, you could make it very hard on yourself by just ignoring the card setups, and you could still potentially make it.
Buster only run.
Oh,
yeah. You could do that. That's a thing that you could opt into if you were so inclined. So, this is action game first. Handle fits.
It would be very difficult, though.
Could have gone ahead and used a for me game.
Nah, you gotta press one more button. I'm just in love with those little clouds with little umbrellas. I think they're really funny.
If I can time this just so. Didn't quite work out like I wanted it to. Man, I messed all of that up.
No.
Now they get Z-cannoned.
I guess the thing that I feel like is so special about this game is the fact that you kind of go in and manage your deck. And those things, those like items get passed to your hand. It's like if you had a random ass bag of shit that you were going to use on the battlefield, and you would just pack your bag really well and then just pray that you pull out the right thing at the right time. You know?
Oh. Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance. I think that works similarly.
I haven't played that one either, though. So I guess there are more games than I thought that are like this. Especially the one that we've already played. Like, Lost Kingdoms is quite a lot like this. And aren't there 2 Lost Kingdoms?
Yes, but I haven't played the second one.
Is the second one set up similarly? Do you know anything about the second one?
I know the first 15 minutes of the second one.
Mm-hmm.
And that is all.
Did you decide not to play it on purpose? I think you did, right? Because you really liked Lost Kingdoms and you were like, oh, what if this is bad?
No, I got a copy.
Mm-hmm.
And then a few weeks later, we started doing this.
Oh.
And I went to play it here for the first time.
Oh, like you want to like play it for the first time on the show?
Yes.
That's dangerous.
Yes.
You're dangerous.
And there's also a particular person that I want to bring with me. Maybe someone that will actually appreciate it a little more.
Yeah, somebody that maybe won't forget the entire style of gameplay when trying to come up. You know, I've never seen anything like this before. It's certainly not anything that I sat through personally and commented on for the entire duration of the game, or however many bazillion episodes we had of it. I don't think have we gone to 3 digits for any series yet?
No, we got pretty darn close with Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah.
And I think maybe with Resident Evil?
I think, yeah, Resident Evil was a very long series. What I don't understand is why Ratchet and Clank was such a long series. I don't know why that game took me so long. It's not that big a game. I guess I was just, enjoying myself.
And I think you explored it pretty thoroughly.
Yeah, I think so.
You didn't get the rhino, but...
I didn't get the rhino, and I didn't make too much use of the mouse houses in earlier levels.
And I don't think that you went back to explore... There was a gizmo that you got towards the end of the game that revealed secret areas earlier.
Oh yeah, and we didn't go to all the planets to reveal all the secret areas to, check and make sure I'd been there. Which,
Sploosh.
I miss the time, like this solid amount of time that I used to have to play video games.
Mm-hmm.
Because, when you were in school, it would be like 3 months where you would get to do pretty much whatever. Well, 2 months, really, but still, that's a lot of time. And, even after planting gardens, running around, having water gun fights, and doing all other manner of hiking trip, beach vacation type shenanigans, you usually have at least, 3 weeks left where you can kind of sit inside and just be a wonderful, loaf pants. Just, pajama day.
Pajama week.
Yeah, pajama week. I remember I used to have pajama week occasionally. I would be like, how long can I go without having to leave a house? Can I make it 5, 6, 7 days without having to put on suitable clothing and go outdoors? Can I really just sit here in paradise and read? And that's what I would do. I would read all the damn time. But I just miss having that much time available to play games like this, because now that I understand what's going on and my skill level has gotten to the point where I can actually enjoy it instead of it being just frustrating all the damn time, I feel like I would love to take a month off of life to just play, to do a couple of games justice. I don't know, the one we're not supposed to talk about right now because it just came out and it has tons of spoilers.
Doesn't ring any bells.
Yeah,
It's probably really lame anyway.
Yeah, it's certainly not anything to be celebrated or enjoyed.
Nope.
Not for a month, no.
It probably has a really, like, actually frustrating armor system, so never mind.
Have not come across that yet, so...
That's because I think you probably only have 1 or 2 sets. I've got, no joke, like 9.
Okay, well, let's stop talking around that game that everyone is trying to talk around right now. For example, I think that it could be fun to spend a month just getting really into an MMO. Like, I could probably get into, oh god, WildStar. If I could just have like a month to just do nothing but worry about playing WildStar, that would be such a good vacation. You know? That's another thing. I've started to look at big expansive games like I look at vacations, because you know, you're going to a place, you're seeing new things, you're interacting with different stuff, and it really just feels like a total escape most of the time. Plus, the relaxation of not having to like physically go places is nice too. It's like a really true vacation. Not like those horrible things where you have to like pack and worry about getting like car sick and like traverse actual space and time to get somewhere and risk personal injury and just all that stuff, which can be cool and everything too. I think it's necessary, but I'm very jealous of my past self because I'm like, you could have read any time. You need a lot of time to play video games. Especially these older ones that are full with all of these details that you're like, oh, well, now that we beat the game, let's go back and really complete it.
And just to clear something up, I'm going to speak frankly for a minute. Great fairy animations, cute. The first 2 times, 3 times. Great fairy animations 14 times in a row, not cute. Great fairy animation, no joke, like the actual number I had to contend with, 24 times in a row, even being able to skip it. Not charming anymore. Not cool. Not good. Interesting lady. Would love to, I don't know, get a coffee? Go see a movie together? Don't want to be sexually harassed like 24 times in a row by a great fairy. Tired of it.